You obviously want to see, KPS does this work. For a second, I thought I was my mama and I was on a lock journey. Like, it really grew.
Recently, even Cardi mentioned rice water as part of her regimen on Instagram.
Hey guys, it's KSTIKESDesigns. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you for joining. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and be sure to click the bell so that you're notified as soon as I post a video. Today I'm going to give you a rice water update. So 2 weeks ago, I applied a rice water pre-poo, which involves taking a half cup of rice, putting about 2 cups of water in an airtight container and storing it overnight, and then applying it to your hair the next day. You then wash with whatever method you choose, whether that be a co-wash or an actual wash with a shampoo, and then follow that with a moisturizing conditioner. There are 3 findings I want to touch on. Number 1, the length check. You obviously want to see, KPS does this work? Is this effective? Secondly, I want to address findings, so what I observed, what I may do differently next time. Third, I want to reiterate how I fit this into my regimen. I felt like I was kind of at a dilemma with the length check. If you've been following my hair journey, I've said a few times, I don't want to apply any excessive heat. Like, I am going all out. I have a very strict regimen, protective styling, moisturizing nearly every day. I cleanse and condition every week. I alternate my moisturizing and protein conditioners. I stay away from heat, try to drink a ton of water, eat healthy, and it grows your hair, period. Like, that's what works. So one of those things being minimizing heat, I did not want to wash my hair and blow dry it 2 weeks ago, then wash it and blow dry it, this weekend, and then get it washed and blow dried again next week when I would go to get my trim at the salon. But at the same time, I wanted to share this method with you and be able to attest to, the effectiveness. So I kind of felt torn. So I did a semi-length check, so I'll walk you through that. Just a quick before and after, my hair definitely grew. Like, that's not a question. I can't really measure it per se, but I mean, it's very clear it grew. For a second, I thought I was my mama and I was on a lock journey. Like, it really grew, and I admitted my braids weren't great. I'm not the best braider, so they weren't that tight to begin with, but when you can pull them, yeah, it definitely grew. Then I can also compare my growth to my hair from May. In May, I was at about line 8 on my length check t-shirt. I guess technically you could say maybe my hair is a smidge longer than it appears because it's not flat ironed perfectly straight. See, my hair has some texture to it. It's not blow dried straight, and I really just grabbed a piece and stretched it. I naturally wouldn't have done like a pre-length check if I hadn't been trying to show you all the effect of the rice water. So it's nice to know my hair did grow 2 inches in 3 months. And it stretched really in the picture. I think it stretched past line 10, maybe fully blow dried straight with the trim. Maybe I can land at number 10. That would be pretty cool. So I'm really glad I did a bit of a pre-length check so I can compare. According to the CDC, hair grows a ½ inch per month. So looking at May, comparing all the way to August, if I've grown 2 inches, just rough guesstimate, I'd assume my hair was probably at line 9.5 before, and then I think, based off of how much those braids could stretch, that it grew another ½ inch and pushed me past line 10. We can confirm my hair grew from using rice water. How much it grew, we don't really know. What's really cool about this is that you all are observing length retention live. We'll have to see what my hairstylist says, but from my perspective, my ends look really, really good. So I don't think a ton will need to be cut. So next May Monday, we will have the official length check to see how much length I was able to retain between May and August. Next, observations. I'm going to admit I suffer from a chronic illness I like to call hair color amnesia. Some of you may be suffering from this illness as well. It is a condition that is developed when you wear wigs so often that you actually forget what color your own darn hair is. I put the rice water in, washed it, conditioned it, moisturized and sealed, braided it up. Okay, cool, and threw on a wig. Wait 2 weeks so I can show you all the results. Cool. I really haven't been wearing wigs pretty much the entire quarantine. I take off the wig and I'm like, oh my gosh, my hair is so red. So I have sandy color hair. It was really sandy when I was a kid and it's gotten significantly darker. But I took off the wig and I felt like my hair was really, really red. So because I know that I suffer from hair color amnesia, I don't want to say that the grapefruit lightened my hair. I don't know that. But I do know that citric acid is found in citrus fruits and it does have the ability to lighten your hair, like the old school way of lightening your hair would put some lemon in it and go sit outside. That will produce some natural highlights. So I haven't been outside per se, but I'm not positive. I'm not positive if it's my natural hair color and it's my hair color amnesia or if my hair legit got lighter. So I will say the next time, I don't think I'm gonna use the grapefruit. When I filmed this process 2 weeks ago, that was my first time using grapefruit. It's definitely effective without it. I've mentioned that this will be a series of videos. So the next time I do this, let's say about a month and a half, 2 months from now, when I replicate this method and use some different additives, I think I'm gonna take out the grapefruit just to be safe. Again, I'm not positive if it dyed my hair, but I'm not positive that it didn't either. So I'm gonna cut the grapefruit next time and we're just gonna rely on the lavender oil to cut that foul rice water smell. It's really, really important that you remember that this is a protein treatment. There are already proteins in my regimen that I enjoy and I don't want to replace those. A medium protein would be the ORS hair mayonnaise. A light protein would be the Hydrotherma Naturals Immunoprotein or ORS replenishing conditioner. And I don't want to take those out of my regimen because of this. Rice water is something I'm really only going to use like every month and a half, 2 months or so. Then secondly, I wanted you to see my cadence. I got a relaxer in the beginning of July and used a light protein conditioner. The next week, I applied a co-wash and used a moisturizing conditioner. And then the following week, I applied an Aloe Vera Pre-Poo, which is moisturizing, washed my hair and applied a moisturizing conditioner. So I had 2 weeks of moisture before I used the rice water. So then we used rice water 2 weeks ago, which is a protein. We used it as a pre-poo, washed my hair, applied a moisturizing conditioner. And then this week I applied a co-wash and moisturizing conditioner. There is a cadence, there is a healthy alternation. Hair growth happens when you can alternate and give yourself both moisture and protein. You just have to figure out what your hair needs and when it needs it. If you take a piece of hair, dip it in some water and it snaps and breaks very easily, you probably need moisture. If it stretches and then breaks, then you probably need protein. So that's one good way to identify what your hair needs. Hey guys, so that wraps up this round, this first trial of rice water. So our next go round, I'm gonna try rice water with a vegetable that again is sitting in your pantry. You're not thinking anything about it and you had no idea it would grow your hair, but that's gonna be about a month and a half out. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss it. Well, I hope that everyone is applying what they're learning because I want you to grow with me. I've gained about 2 inches in 3 months. I want you to be able to say the same thing. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Bye guys.